Season 5 Pitmasters. Yeah, Rob, I think I'd like to do that. My name is Porkchop, and I'm Rob Marion's friend. We cooked together quite a bit for Wounded Warrior, for Operation Barbecue Relief, just with one another, because we like cooking with one another. Met Rob in Jeffersonville, Indiana, quite a bit ago. When I first met Rob, I found out that he was a counselor for the United States Army, and I said, "Wow, that's pretty cool." And he travels all over the United States. But Rob and I became very, very good friends, and Rob calls me and tells me he's got something on his heart. Asks me if I'd like to participate. I'm all for it, because it means I get to spend some time with him, and I love laughing with Rob Marion. I call him City Boy, because when I first met him, his name was them Ohio City Boys. Well, I guess it was that first winter. We was on the phone and talking to him one night, and he said, "Man, I'm thinking about changing my name." I said, "What do you mean, change your name?" He said, "I think about changing my barbecue name." And I said, "Well, you know what you ought to call yourself?" I said, "You ought to call yourself Two Worthless Nuts." Well, there was a long pause, and I said, I got thinking to myself, I said, "Oh man, I done made this man mad." And I said, "Now Rob," I said, "you understand?" I said, "I'm just teasing." After a long pause on the phone there, he says, "No, I like it." And from that time forward, I said, "All right, well, me and this old boy's gonna get along good." He can take a joke, and I like to think I can too. But what really, really impressed me with Rob Marion is his heart for our American soldiers. And it's not only just our soldiers; it's people in general. I bought Rob's one of his old cookers. My daughters, and I got 7 granddaughters, and my sister started them a barbecue team with them, and they're called Hot Racks. And I was looking for a cooker that they could a little easier for them, and Rob had a pellet cooker. So I told Rob that I'd like to buy it. He told me he was going to sell his Fast Eddie, and I said I'd like to have it. So Kenner and I, that was the first time Kenner met him. We went over and picked up the cooker in the middle of winter, and there stood Rob, old city boy. We pulled up, and there he stood in his shorts. Snow, about 12, 14 inches of snow on the ground, and there stood old Rob with his tennis shoes, shorts, and t-shirt. No sleeves, of course. And so anyway, from that time forward, Rob and I we really started hanging out and looking for things to do with one another as far as contests. Well, Rob called me about a Wounded Warrior contest, asked me if I would be interested in cooking with him at Clarksville, Tennessee, for Queen City Barbecue Contest. And I said, "Hey man, that's got me all over it. That's right up my alley." And Rob said, "Well, now when we cook this, they're going to give us a Wounded Warrior." And I told Rob, I said, that's perfect, and shared with Rob the story of my dad. My dad was a Korean War. He was a prisoner of war, shot 13 times, been at it twice when he escaped. And told Rob that this Wounded Warrior really meant a lot to me, because my dad didn't have a Wounded Warrior project or an organization that he could rely on. I mean, when he came home from Korea, he just worked it out himself. So whatever I could do to benefit another soldier, so they wouldn't have to go with what my dad went through, I was all for it. So anyway, we cooked it, and Rob said, "Hey, when I do this, I'm going to give whatever I win, I'm going to give back, if you don't mind." And I said, "Buddy, I'm all for that. They can have everything I got." All I want is the opportunity to cook it. So I even had friends, and Rob had friends that matched whatever we won. They matched us, and we was able to raise quite a bit of money for Wounded Warrior that year. We ended up getting reserve grand champion, and it just tickled me to death. Every team that cooks that has the opportunity to get a Wounded Warrior to cook along with you, and Rob and I had Sergeant Gummy Bear. So it was very fitting for Rob and I to be able to do that. And since then, I've cooked with Rob. We've cooked Wounded Warrior 3 times now. I call it Wounded Warrior. It's actually Queen City Barbecue Contest, but it benefits Wounded Warrior there in Clarksville, Tennessee, or Fort Campbell. But and also since then, Rob's he's helped out with OBR, Operation Barbecue Relief. I'm the procurement officer for OBR, and Rob went. I called Rob and told him we needed somebody for Eastern Coast when Sandy came blowing in, and Rob said, "Man, I'm there." And next morning he was there. That's what I love about Rob Marion. If I call him and tell him I need help, he's there the next day. He's way better than UPS, overnight delivery. He puts a lot of miles on his truck for a lot of good causes. And well, anyway, he when he called me and asked me about if I was willing to do season 5 Pitmasters, I said, "Buddy, if I'm spending time with you, I'm there." So I'm on my way to church now, and Rob, I know what I told you I'd get you something by this weekend. I couldn't find I did find the tape of Dad at the west lawn of the White House in 2000, but evidently PBS does not keep copies, or didn't keep copies until 2001. So I don't have the video of it. I tried to convert it over, and it's pretty sketchy. But anyway, I'm on my way to church, and I wanted to get something on tape. We got it's been crazy this weekend with everybody in town for the holidays, and Sassy Britch's birthday was last night, so I got going to church now to see my 7 grandkids. But Rob, I love you, brother, and if we get on, we get on. If we don't, we'll cook somewhere. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother.